Good afternoon. If you go to the doctor for some specific reason, and the doctor sits down and says, "So, what's troubling you? What's wrong? What can I help you with?" It would be best if you gave them all of the symptoms. If you talked through everything that was troubling you, all of the problems that you were having, if you gave them insight into all the places where the pain was and where you were hurting, and you didn't hide any of those things, because how can you expect the doctor to make a good diagnosis if you don't give them all the information that they need to make that diagnosis? If your arm is hurting you and you come in and you simply sit down and say, "Well, doctor, find what's wrong with me," they're going to need something to zero in on. They're going to want to know, where does it hurt? They're going to want to know, when does it hurt? And all of the information. You have to give that to the doctor to help them with their diagnosis. That they can tell a lot of things by hearing the symptoms, but they need to hear the symptoms. In the book of Psalms, there is a place where God speaks to his people, and his people are speaking back. It's through the words of King David, who wrote the psalm, and getting at the point that God knows everything about us. He is better than any doctor, because he doesn't need to get the symptoms from us to know what's wrong with us. And in this psalm, the very last verses of this psalm, Psalm 139, verse 23 and 24, "Investigate me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my troubled thoughts. See if there is any way in me that causes pain, and lead me in the way everlasting." It's a plea by us, by you, to God, to investigate, for God to look into your life, into your heart, and to see if there's anything that is causing you any pain, and to do something about it. To be God, to act, to take action, and to help you. It is the plea of a person who is hurting to God. God, you know what's going on, and you know what to do about it. And this is true. God is not going to need to wait for you to give him the full rundown of the things that are hurting you. He already knows. He's not going to need to wait to hear from you to say that you're in trouble and that you need help. He knows. But he loves to hear it when you invite him to look in. He loves to know that you are looking to him in trust, and that's the key. That God has led you to trust in him. That God has given you reason to trust in him. To open yourselves up, to say, "God, look into my life and take care of anything that I need caring for." When you have that kind of trust, then you know that God is going to be looking out for you, because you know that God loves you. Until we see each other again, the Lord's blessings on your day.